The other day I went into a buffet, and I just noticed that buffets literally have the trashiest types of customers in there. And I know this shouldn't have been a surprise to me, but it's gotten really bad. You've got kids running around, coughing on all the food, and just like Walmart pajama people all over the place. And I think you know what I mean by Walmart pajama people. Like, you definitely, if you live in America, you've seen them at least once. But when you go into a place where there's a bunch of Walmart pajama people, you kind of expect it to be cheap. You know what I mean? And it's a buffet. So like the whole point is that it's supposed to be cheap. But you don't go into a buffet like you don't go in there for the gourmet experience. You go in there to get a lot of food for dirt cheap, right? But I'm telling you, this shit just isn't worth it anymore because the price that we paid for the buffet was literally what you would pay to go to like an actually decent restaurant, to be honest. Like, this one was like a kind of Chinese, Japanese type buffet. And like, we ran the numbers afterwards, and like we could have gone to like an actually decent Japanese restaurant instead of going to this damn buffet. So, fuck. You know what I mean? And yeah, so hindsight, like, wish I just would have gone to the damn actual restaurant, right? But seeing all those people, all those trashy, Walmart pajama type people, it really made me think about DirtbagMaxxing. And I realized that I made a lot of these videos talking about different types of maxing, like DirtbagMaxxing, wizard maxing, grift maxing, etc. And, I haven't even gotten into goblin maxing yet. And so I figured before I make any more of these types of maxing videos, I should elaborate on what they mean to me. And I'm going to start by elaborating on dirtbag maxing and how it can lead to success in life by being a dirtbag. So you ever notice how a lot of the times it's not like some Chad dude who gets with the hot goth girlfriend, right? It's actually usually some scrawny heroin looking lean maxed twink mode guy with some shitty tattoos, like some dude who looks like he's actually on fucking opiates, right? And for some reason, these more masculine women tend to they tend to like their lean Skeletor looking ass boyfriends. And when I say masculine, I mean like masculine acting. They don't necessarily like look masculine. Although some people would say that like goth girls look masculine, but you get the point. And these dudes don't even have to be tall half the time. I've noticed half of them are just like short or average dudes that are just like twink mode, right? And you could even argue that I sort of fall into this category, but I'm in a little bit better shape than some of them, so not necessarily. But I've also dated mostly alt baddies recently, so I guess I can say this stuff with some degree of authority and tell you that it works. Just start lean maxing and grow out your hair, get lean, just be a dirtbag artist, gamer type dude, and you'll probably end up with an alt baddie if that's what you really want. I know a lot of people lie to themselves on the internet. You see all the like alt baddie comment sections on like Instagram. It's just a bunch of incels talking shit, but like we all know that deep down most of those incels wish that they could get an alt girl. You know what I mean? Like you ain't fooling anybody, dog. And I mean, I get the criticisms against them too, because those girls are basically like the female version of a dirtbag. But deep down, if these bitter people were honest with themselves, they would admit that they just want They just want a big titty goth girlfriend like the rest of us, you know. Um, so other than looking like you're on heroin, what can you do to dirtbag Max? I've comprised a list in no particular order. Starting with, if you're eligible, you could apply for EBT. That's a big one. Like, people who get on EBT that don't necessarily need to be on EBT, that's about as scummy as it gets. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't get a whole lot more dirtbag-esque than that. Let's see what else. You could drive some dirtbag car like one of those souped up Honda Civics or a Mitsubishi Eclipse. For some reason, I think of the Mitsubishi Eclipse as like the ultimate dirtbag car for no particular reason other than I've just seen a lot of dirtbags driving them. Acura Integras also pretty douchey cars. Or you could go for like a beat up old 90s truck like a Chevy S10 or a Nissan Frontier. That could really help if you're going for kind of the blue collar dirtbag angle. People will hire you more in that field if you're like a truck driver because it's useful, and for some reason people just assume that truck drivers are more competent dudes in general, even though some of the biggest pieces of shit I ever knew drove like trucks or Jeeps or something like that. Another good move would be to work in food service or retail though, and bonus points if you can work at like a vape store. That's like peak dirtbag energy. There's nothing really scummier than working at a vape store. I'd even wager that somehow working at a vape store is scummier than being a drug dealer. I mean, like not literally, but somehow it just seems like it's up there, you know? Another thing you could do is buy all your clothes from like Ross and thrift stores. If you dress like a 90s grunge Kurt Cobain looking ass motherfucker, you know, for one, that's probably going to help with the alt baddies that most people want. And then two, that's also just going to help you look like a massive dirtbag. And you might think I'm just projecting about the alt baddie thing, but I mean, maybe. I can tell you from personal experience, it's rarely ever worth it. But like as a dude, you know, what dude has that ever stopped? Like if you tell them, "Hey, listen, dog, these chicks, they all have borderline personality disorder and they're going to ruin your life." Like what dude has that ever stopped? You know what I mean? Who's ever heeded that warning? But anyway, let's see what is it? What else? Oh yeah, you gotta have this is essential. You gotta have like a dirtbag side hustle, like flipping AirPods or vapes, or you could join like an MLM, like Amway or some shit. Oh man, the biggest scumbags. Some of the biggest scumbags are those MLM Amway people. Holy shit. You could also sell beats, you know, like FL Studio beats and stuff like that. Or just be a crypto bro. Doesn't get much scammier than that. Also, I'd say that like start drinking Mountain Dew or energy drinks or some shit. For some reason, I associate that with being trashy. Diet Dr. Pepper also works. I think generally you'll probably want diet sodas or low-cal energy drinks to help with the lean maxing twink mode aspect. Let's see what else. Yeah, okay, so alt baddies aside, most dirtbag guys I've known had like at some point they had like some fat ass girlfriend who would do anything for them, and usually this girl is like really sweet, and you feel kind of bad for her because you know that like if she was better looking, then she wouldn't have to put up with his ass. Like honestly, not even better looking. Like if she just dropped a few pounds, you could already tell that she'd be able to pull a dude that wouldn't be such a dirtbag. So yeah, that's pretty essential. Fat girlfriend. Because it's either that or they have like a hot alt girl that like hates their guts and cheats on them constantly. For some reason, there's like no in between. I'm not sure why. It's either fat girlfriend who actually loves them or hot ass alt girl that hates them. Maybe you guys have like, if somebody has an explanation for that, I would be genuinely interested to hear why, because it's kind of baffling at times. Like it always falls into that category, or one of those two categories. But yeah, so that's how you dirtbag max. I feel like I've elaborated on it sufficiently. I might make another video about the topic at some point. Maybe you like do something about like the high class dirtbag. There's kind of like different categories of dirtbags as you look at the various socioeconomic castes in America. You've got like your low-level Mitsubishi Eclipse driver who works at a vape store and drinks fucking full-throttle energy drinks, right? But then on the other side, you've got like the more high-class dirtbag, like your finance bros and shit. And we could make a whole video on that. That'd be its own topic, But anyway, that's how you dirtbag max. Let me know if you guys have any questions.